Okay, I just wanted to bring you a little tool review. I've recently picked up the Gordon Multitool. It's the 20-in-1 from Harbor Freight. Retails for $39.99. I picked this up about 5 or 6 weeks ago and I've been running it. It is a clone of the Leatherman. I believe it's a clone of the Leatherman Surge, which is around $150 tool. I think you can get these for maybe about $15, $20 cheaper through a different website other than Leatherman. But I think it's a pretty good value for what it is. Compared to the brands like Nextool, I think it's of superior quality. So it comes in a clamshell with a nylon sheath with a really good little buckle here. I lost the clamshell and it fits in there pretty snugly. I don't know if I'll use the sheath. Sheath is just nylon, it's not adjustable, non-velcro like you'd see out of a Leatherman sheath. But the main thing is the tool. So it has a pocket clip, obviously, really big win here. Primary blade, or no, this isn't the primary blade. It has a serrated blade with a seatbelt cutter. It's not bad. I cut a few shipping straps, plastic shipping straps with it, and it came pretty sharp. And I will say the biggest compliment I can give on this blade, even though I don't like serrated, and this is the secondary blade, is the fact is it's really sharp and it doesn't have any burrs. So a lot of times when they sharpen from this way, you'll get a burr on the back. And even Leatherman's $150 tools or $200 tools still have burrs from every one I've ever handled. I haven't had any of the newer Leatherman knives in the last couple of years, but probably for the last 10 years when I've handled a Leatherman, it's all had burrs. Okay, next we'll move to the file. And not the file, the saw. And the saw is really aggressive. Haven't had a chance to use this, but that's quite aggressive. And it's of course locking, so I think that would handle pretty well. Now we're moving on to the file, and I do like the file a little bit. Obviously it's got a diamond file, fairly smooth one, and then it's got a really aggressive checkered file, and then it's got a really aggressive, a really deep end file if you want to attack something like that. Only thing I've really used this for was I used this end to smooth off some plastic, and I did try trimming the squirrel's claws on this diamond file. It worked okay. It's locking and there's no sharp point, so it wasn't able to really snag her. So that worked pretty well. And then on to the main blade, which I do like. Quite sharp and locking, and it has a fairly good thumb deployment. The problem is it is a little stiff, but I'd rather have it stiff than wobble out. And we go down to the main plier. This is a non-spring loaded plier, so you do have to open it up. It has pretty good teeth, and the end is pretty flat and lined up. The teeth match up. It's got a pretty good lineup, almost completely lined up. And then you have your cutters and your wire strippers down here. Pretty good. Now on to the inside tools. We have one of Leatherman's 2D bit changers. Prefer it to be a full bit kit, but we make do with what we get, but it's still not bad, and that's probably because of the and that is compatible with Leatherman bits. and we have a can opener. I think this is the weakest part of the tool. As you can see, the serration doesn't come to the end. It's still flat here and not sharp. I'd like a little more meat on there. And to the other side, we have a little glasses screwdriver, Phillips and flat. This is magnetic retention, so it's not bad, helps out. We have another weak tool, I feel like, on this, but I also believe this is a part of the Leatherman design, is a pair of scissors. The problem is when you pull up, that sharp blade is there, and I have cut myself on that opening it before. But it comes back, it is locking, and they're not bad scissors. They got a good bit of, you can put a good bit of torque on it because of that nice little flat end. Of course, you have to hit the lock to lock it. And lastly, we have a flathead, of course, locking. Now, I think it's a good tool, especially for the money. It is heavy, so I would consider this a full-size multi-tool. This will be a little big for most people to carry. I did carry this in my pocket. If you want to check out my everyday carry video, I carried this for several weeks, but I had to retire it to my backpack multi-tool for my daily carry bag I carry. Now, I will say this is now part of my backpack tool set. This is kind of light, but obviously it goes in right here, folds up, zips. This is a Maxpedition, I think it's micro, and the Gordon tool is compatible with the Leatherman ratchet. So Leatherman ratchet isn't always in production, and you kind of have to catch it. Leatherman ratchet comes with a nice little set of bit connectors, and we are going to, I'll just go ahead and demo it real quick. Get to this side, pull out that. Let's go ahead and shut it, and then you fit the Leatherman ratchet in. Retains pretty well. A little bit of slippage, but I don't think it's going to come out, and very little wobble. And then of course you can take any of the Leatherman bits, fit it in, and go. And I think this is a pretty good little tool. I combined this with my other multi-tool, which is the Leatherman Wingman that I carry on me at all times. And then I have access to 2 pliers in case I need to get on each end of a bolt and back it off. I feel like that's a pretty good system. But that's about all I got for right now. I might go in more detail on the toolkit later, but thank you for watching, and I would give the Gordon 20-in-1 multi-tool recommend for purchase.